episode 193. What's a
Very
podcast?
right.
Jerome Baker the third. We are here. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
What's up, fellas?
And don't charge Abdul.
Yes, sir.
It has been a extremely cold and rainy day here in Washington, D.C.
Terrible weather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is, man.
I mean, it is January.
The world's changing.
I'm not gonna lie. I prefer rain over snow. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't, man.
I don't know. I'm kind of all right with the snow.
Nah, you can still move around with the rain.
I feel like you move better.
Move around. Yeah, I can move around with the snow.
Yeah.
You know what it is about snow that I prefer over the rain is everybody mentally drives more defensively because it's snowing. When it's rain,
they keep it moving like whatever.
Yeah, because they underestimate how slippery the roads can get with the rain. Especially when it's raining, that's when you're most likely to get into an accident and the car is most likely to skid. Yeah. So that's what I prefer about the snow is everybody's super careful, and you know what I'm saying. So, but when it's raining, people just continue being reckless, like they drive like the road is dry, and that leads to several accidents.
That's facts.
I mean, nevertheless, just be smart out there, be safe. Wherever you are. I mean, my mom texts me every day, says, you know, it's cold in Arizona. So if it's cold in Arizona, that means
what's cold to her?
50?
50? Yeah,
nah, I mean, it's not 50.
It is 50. It's a desert.
During the day or at night?
At night, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Early morning at night,
yeah.
Drops to 50 for sure.
But then it goes to like 110 during the day.
Maybe 60.
Not this time of year, not 110. August we hitting 110.
Yeah, you don't get that until
I just didn't. I didn't think that a winter existed in Memphis. I mean, sorry, in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's still the desert. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
even with all the buildings,
cold as shit at night.
It gets cold out there for sure. And I'll be there by the grace of God in 2 weeks. It's gonna be a beautiful thing.
Going solos?
Super Bowl, yeah. Super Bowl.
Wait, the Super Bowl is in 2 weeks?
Something like that.
Oh shit.
I'll be there.
Whenever it is.
Who's still in?
They don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who's playing the final game. It doesn't matter to me.
The Giants still in?
No, the Giants are out.
Oh, Giants are out.
Cowboys out.
Yeah.
Cowboys are
out. Shout out to Authentic. His podcast is literally probably the best Giants podcast. His podcast is actually probably one of the best sports podcasts in general.
I would
say.
Do we know
the name?
I was going to keep that moving because I don't have the 100% name.
Isn't it Authentic
and the Beard? Yeah.
No, I think
they have elevated to the
something more rebranded
Giant-esque.
Nah, because the Beard Tim he's a Commanders guy, right?
Yep.
It's not all. I don't know the name.
Let's get it straight, Jerome. Look it up real quick so we can give him the proper plug.
It's not on his Instagram, man. His Instagram only has like 15.
Authentic pictures. Slipping. Come on.
Let's see.
If you've been with us from the beginning, you know Authentic is the number one engineer in the DMV, and we used to record our podcast out of his studio. Our first year or something like that, year and a half, all the way up until.
Yeah, if you check the audio in the first year of our podcast,
it's crispy and clean.
The mics and the engineering is stellar.
Yeah.
So it's actually called Giant Overreaction.
Oh shit! All right,
Giant Overreaction.
Check that out.
For Giants fans, created by a Giants fan. Giant Overreaction, hosted by yours truly, Authentic, every Monday on YouTube.
Oh, he's on a Dolo mission now.
That might just be one of the shows. I'm not sure, but when I say, I believe he is fully immersed in NFL YouTube now.
I think he kind of does the whole streaming thing too, right? As the game is being played or something like that.
At this point, he's a media personality, like for real. Like at this point, the Giants need to have him like live.
They shout him out, don't they?
They do. They send him sneakers and all that shit. They send him like personalized, like Nike ID Giants dunks and shit.
Like one of ones, not even ID.
Yeah. They made it for him and they send it to him.
Wow.
Authentic. Let me have those. But shout out to Authentic and you know, have you ever heard Authentic rhyme? He can spit too, man.
Yo,
bars.
Yo, I got his albums. I used to go to his shows and buy them.
I bought his. Oh, you used to go to his shows?
Yeah, I've been to a couple of his shows for sure.
Wow. Yeah. I bought his album on Bandcamp when he was selling it.
He's sick, man.
Nah, he can.
His
He can rap.
production, he's just hip hop in general. He
Some
produces,
people
he
are just
engineers,
blessed with all
rhymes.
the talents, man.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck just one dude and you're able to do everything?
I mean, hey, he's authentic.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Can skateboard, do some
Yeah.
crazy shit on a BMX.
I mean,
Nice with the camera.
multi.
Nice with the
He's
camera.
just a multi hyphenate. That is.
Yeah.
That is.
I mean, he's just, he
He's a
gives it
creative.
100. What he's passionate about, he puts 100% into it, and that's what he gets out of it.
That's the new school term is multi hyphenate.
Oh yeah.
Because you just do a multitude of things. So it's like DJ /
I'm gonna put that on my
this,
Instagram profile.
I don't really know. I don't know what you do though. I don't know if you do anything.
Hey, whoa.
I'm just trying to think of what you would put.
I just put multi-hyphenated.
But like they say, oh, well, what do you do? You're like, oh,
Nobody's gonna ask me that.
I talk about sneakers.
Nobody's gonna ask me that though.
I'm just trying to figure it out myself though. I'd like to know.
Oh well, I
can
don't.
support
I'm
you.
not multi-hyphenated at
If
all.
somebody says,
I'm
"Oh,
just
yo,
gonna put it on there.
I just
No,
saw
you
Abdul's,
multi-hyphenated.
I saw Abdul's Instagram. It says he's a multi hyphenate. Like, what does he do? I'd be like,
You should be like, yo, you should holler at him, ask him.
He goes
Nobody's
running.
actually gonna have
He
the ball
runs.
to ask
he
me.
runs.
He
Abdul
runs.
He runs.
He talks about sneakers. He's always Johnny on the spot. If something's popping off, Abdul's best
Back in the
best
day.
believe
Back
he
in the
will be
day.
there.
Back in the day.
Anyhow,
Back in the
man,
day, I was multi-hyphenated out here in these streets.
You know,
I could say that.
sometimes you gotta let it for the young kids now. You know.
Yeah, of course.
what's the
Yeah.
podcast episode 193?
We're here.
We're
What's
here.
up with y'all, man? How was the weekend? Eddie just got back. Where were you at? Let the world know.
I was in El
international-
Salvador, Central America.
Oh shit!
Shit was lit. So dope.
How was the food?
The food is
Better than the El Salvadorian food here? Or-
100%.
You know why I asked that is
There's no
because-
GMOs over there, man.
I know, but the reason I asked that is because I've heard Cuban food in Cuba is less flavorful than the Cuban food we get over here.
Yeah, because Cuba is a communist fucking country and they don't get anything over there. They probably make it here now the way they used to make it back in the day in Cuba when it wasn't under Fidel Castro's power.
But I just thought that maybe the white Cubans just don't fuck with spices or flavors like that.
Nah, because I would say the majority of people that are still in Cuba are probably not the white ones.
I hear you.
You know?
Mhm.
I would say
Okay.
most of the white ones probably made it out and came to Miami. Not that the Afro Cubans didn't, but I would say the majority when you go over there, when you see pictures, mostly Afro Cubans.
George Santos type motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, whoa.
Respectfully.
But no, El Salvador, the food is fire, man. I mean,
Big Republican Cubans.
the food is fire. The people are like amazing. It's more than I thought it was going to be. Like, you know, you hear all these like horror stories of like gang torn country and like super violent and dangerous. And it was none of that, man. It was none of that. You could walk around freely. I didn't see like one gang looking person in the whole country the whole time. And we moved around. We went by Nicaragua. We went by Guatemala. We went to the beaches, volcanoes.
You were
like,
driving or
so my girl's family's from there and they got cribs over there and they got cars. So a lot of them, we went out there for a wedding. So all my girl's family and cousins were out there and a lot of them have houses and whips. So we were doing the local thing, you know?
Okay.
It was dope, man. Beautiful country.
How was the weed out there?
I didn't get no weed out there, man.
You didn't smoke?
Nah.
You didn't?
Because over there, weed is just a drug, like all drugs. So like they don't play that shit. Like,
oh, it's really strict out there.
Yeah, you go to jail. You're gonna go to jail for sure for any kind of drug. And like one of her cousins got some weed, but it just looked like the shit I was smoking when I was 15.
Some Reggie.
Just like some bricked up, compressed Reggie.
So bullshit.
I wasn't fucking with it. But I mean, yeah, but over there, like they're like so strict over there now that you don't want to like do anything to break the law. Like that's how they got the whole country back in order, by being so strict on everything that don't fly. So you just go out there, I don't know, you could drink wherever. Like I didn't really see any cops the whole time I was out there. Like motherfuckers drive crazy out there, like crazy. And I don't know, it was dope, man. I recommend anybody go out there if you want to go to a little Central American vacation. El Salvador is popping, man. Beautiful beaches, beautiful people, beautiful food,
nice.
Super safe, super cheap. Like I was there from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I was there for 5 days and I spent $300.
No.
I swear.
You mean just
It was like the cheapest. It was like the cheapest. I don't even want to say.
talking about including hotel and stuff.
We didn't stay in hotels because we they got cribs
You're
out there.
saying just for food and
Just spending cash.
that's nothing.
I spent $350 and like
5 days.
I don't want to say cheap because I feel like there's like a negative connotation that goes to cheap. I would say
No, it's not negative to me at all. I think it's
inexpensive. I'll say inexpensive.
Yeah, that kind of
Cheap.
makes me want to go even more because that's $70 a day. That's nothing.
Yo, and I'm talking about like out to eat 2-3 meals a day. Like sometimes you pick up the check for the whole crew. Like
all that
like
included.
Yeah, like you pick up the check for the whole crew. It's like $40, and that's drinks, dessert, appetizers, steaks.
Oh, this is my
shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Like shit was dumb cheap. Like I'm talking about like items on the menu were like 50 cents type shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was.
I gotta plan that out.
Yeah. But also, I'm out there with a bunch of Salvadorians too. So I don't know if like the tourists get different prices.
Yeah.
A lot of the places,
even if they do, though, it's not gonna be. They're not gonna crack you on the head, though.
Nah, and a lot of places that I went weren't like touristy spots. Like it was more like up in the creases where like the locals are, and like neighborhoods where like they probably don't see too many tourists out there. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? But it was really dope, man. It was. I'm definitely know that I'm going back for sure. It was one of those kind of trips where you go somewhere and it was like kind of business this one because we went for a wedding, so it was like a lot of family, a lot of business, a lot of moving around on other people's time. But I definitely know that I'm going to go back and like on my time and like get like a beach crib and like it was dope, really dope.
Shout out to the MS-13, man.
You know what I'm saying? They all locked up. Shout out to them.
What are the gangs came from El Salvador?
18th Street. Not Latin Kings is Puerto Rican. They from Chicago.
Okay.
MS-13th and 18th Street.
I got my passport back. I'm excited. I actually put on Twitter, I want to only go. Obviously, you guys know me. I'm only trying to go to places where they treat black people decently.
Hold on. On that notion, I will tell you, I didn't see one black person the whole time I was there.
Really?
Yeah, we have.
There was a couple like mixed. There was a couple mixed kids that were like in the airport that I seen coming and going. Like you could tell, like they from because I flew out of DC. So if you from where we're from, you know, like DC, DC, Virginia, Maryland, there's a huge population and it's very integrated. Very integrated with like black here, especially if you grew up here. So there was a lot of like mixed half black Salvadorian little kids, but over there like natives, nah, you don't see none moving around.
There's no Afro Salvadorians.
I mean, they say there is if you look it up, but you don't see them. I'm sure there is.
That's kind of like on the wrong coast.
Also, exactly. Right, it's not on the Caribbean side of Central America.
That's why I just said it's on the wrong coast.
Yeah.
So it's like I believe you'd probably see more Afros maybe in Honduras,
Nicaragua.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Costa Rica, Panama for sure.
Exactly, but there's just isn't. It's the wrong coast. You can see it right now because Jamaica and all of that. So I'm sure there is a Afro Salvadorian population, but it's not prominent. You don't see a lot of them. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's all good, man. There's some places we just aren't.
But it's a lot of people out there with curly hair. So somewhere down the line, they was in that motherfucker.
Yeah, everybody from there has curly hair.
Not everybody.
We're just we're everywhere without having to be everywhere. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I got a nice little response to where I should go. Where me and Bella should
where
are
we going?
Trinidad,
Ghana.
Costa Rica, dog.
Trinidad was suggested.
Trinidad Carnival's coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Barbados was suggested to me.
Barbados is cool.
Let's go to Jamaica for Carnival.
Belize is dope because Belize, right
Jamaica
there.
Carnival's coming up in April. We should go. Let's make a Whats'a podcast
Egypt
trip.
Was suggested to me. Ghana, Zanzibar, South Africa, Kenya, and then Rwanda.
I mean, the whole
Senegal.
Fucking continent of Africa.
Yeah, for sure.
It's recommended and suggested.
You know what I'm saying? So
even like Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, very Afro.
I definitely want to do that Trinidad, and I want to go to the Grand Caymans, honestly, but it's too British.
I would say take Bella Costa Rica, Panama, because she speaks Spanish too, so you move around out there.
I'm telling her she got to go hard body this last semester to get it right, so we could be on point. Episode 193 was the podcast.
Speaking of Ghana, real quick, I saw a very funny tweet. And it was in response, I follow this account called West African Community, and they just announced that the new Girls Trip movie will take place in Ghana with the full original cast returning. And somebody tweeted, Ghana is now Dubai for African Americans.
Oh my god.
Well,
I
I
was
don't
like,
know. I
yo.
don't. Yeah, because over Christmas break, all the black people from the States went to
Yes.
Ghana,
Yeah.
and they were partying until 8 in the morning every day.
Yeah.
So it's now jumped the shark for
I mean,
break.
I think this was funny, but it's not really accurate because I think the sentiment about why Black Americans go back to Ghana is a lot different as compared to like Dubai, right? Like
Wasn't
Dubai is like Vegas of the world, right? People are really going back to Ghana the same reason Nas wanted to go back to Ghana in Belly, right? Like it's like kind of returning home. Like
was
we were, go ahead.
was Ghana the country that said they would give all African Americans citizenship?
I don't know if that was the
I
case,
think,
but
no,
but
I
it's
think it was. I think they made.
I think there was some
maybe
country in
I think
Africa
they
that
said-
said
I
that
think
any
they said
African American that wants to become a citizen
well
of that
Uh,
said country can go back there and get their passport and citizenship.
I think so, but I think they're not the only ones though. I think Liberia, which is right next to neighbors my country, Sierra Leone, is made up of freed American slaves who went back.
Is Sierra Leone the same way? It don't have a place called Freetown?
Freetown is the capital of the country.
Right.
I don't know if they have that policy in place though. I can't say. I think Ghana did though
I
because
think Ghana put that
yeah,
out there a couple years
put
ago.
that out
and
there.
and that would let because there
Yes.
was a big concert, and I don't want to say Afrotech. I don't want.
No,
to say
it was
Afrotech, it
Afrochella.
Afro something like that, right?
Afrochella.
Yeah.
Meek Mill was out there, and
Yeah.
just all these people.
Chance
and
the
next thing
Rapper
you know-
had his own festival out there.
So boom, it's 8 in the morning, Christmas Day, and kind of that whole end of the year, and I'm seeing a ton of people on my timeline, like in Ghana at these amazing places, and just
Did
Yeah.
they all
You know
get
what
their
I'm saying?
citizenship?
I didn't see anybody do that. I just saw them partying.
No, I don't
But-
think they're getting the citizenship, but it's kind of like, you know, people were brought over here 400 odd years ago and you know, unwillingly, and now people have the opportunity to go back to the motherland and see what that country has and what that continent has.
That's
And-
beautiful, man.
Yeah, it is beautiful because when you go back to Ghana or you go back to, you know, once they know you're American and you're from here and you're black, they greet you with like, yo, welcome back home. Like
100%.
that's you get that feeling like, yo, you are of belonging. And I think that's dope. So while this was funny about comparing Ghana to Dubai, you know, in it does have a very deeper connection to African Americans here in this country, though. So
Yeah, I mean,
West Africa in general should be very near and dear to Black Americans here.
When you gonna take that trip, Rome?
Man, I mean,
That's like the joint
Rome-
you gotta take moms on that trip with
No,
you.
you don't. Well, yeah, you got to take moms. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, or go out there first. Let's do a trip out there. You know what I'm saying? Just
Now you take moms and Bella. That way you could.
I mean,
I
you
think-
know, we gotta catch the vibe. We just gotta see.
Yeah.
Mom's is just my mom wants to go back to Jersey. Like she's just into that.
Bro, fly out of
You know
Newark.
what I'm saying? But yeah, no, for sure.
Go to
I'm looking
Jersey first.
I'm looking at the globe.
direct
now.
flights out of
Direct flight.
EWR.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
100% they got
Yeah.
them out of EW.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And obviously with Bella, we got the the Spanish on our side, so we can go to Morocco or something like that. She can hold it down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Tunisia, all
yeah,
that.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. I mean, I think that every Black person, truthfully, should go back to Africa at some point.
I think so.
I mean,
in their-
you know,
in
if
their
they-
lifetime.
I think everybody should go to Africa, man. I think
Yeah.
I think it's
But we got to
certainly
keep
in
the colonizers out. You know what I mean? You see what they do to South Africa. It's kind of
You're right.
crazy. down
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
From what I've heard. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But and what they're trying to do, and the Chinese own a ton of. Suppose they own a ton
The
of
Chinese
Africa.
own the whole fucking world, man.
Right.
the
you know what I
Chinese
mean?
have
So,
have played their cards right when it comes to taking over smaller and poor
imperialism,
countries.
and colonialism. They've definitely done a good job.
Yeah.
But they,
Yeah, they
I
get
feel
the
like the
bag.
Chinese also pay for their deeds in really bad ways too. Like there's always something bad happening. You know what I mean? Obviously, like
They also do, you know, listen, there's places they've done, you know, built a lot of infrastructure all over Africa that nobody else was willing
But
to
do
do.
those countries get to reap the benefits of that, or the Chinese people, the China only get to reap the benefits
I
of
mean,
that?
it depends how you look at it. Some people look at it like, yo,
I
you
mean,
know,
are they creating jobs for local people, or are they bringing in a bunch of Chinese people to work those jobs?
no, they can't bring everybody Chinese to work over there.
Why
However,
not?
I mean, well, no, they are creating
It's
jobs.
only like the most
And
populated country in the world. They definitely could.
no,
You know?
but they are creating jobs. Some people do look at it like that, but some people look at it as the payment that the Chinese companies are getting back in return. Those deals were
Yeah.
just made so unfairly, where now it just becomes completely lopsided as to African countries who were supposed to reap benefits of this new infrastructure that's now in place are still not able to reap those benefits because they have to continue paying these Chinese companies. So, I mean, listen, it sucks, when you also, on top of everything, you have to continue paying like the French government. How much was it? 47 billion or some shit a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? On top of everything else that you have going on,
I mean,
countries.
what is France going to do if they just stop paying them?
We should find out.
What are they going to do?
I would love to find out. I would.
Yeah.
What are they
love
going
to
really
find
at the
out.
end of the day? What are they really going to do?
Yeah, what
Some-
can you do? Like,
something, but
the
something. I
public
think
backlash would be so crazy
Right. What are you
that
going to
you
do?
can't do shit.
Stop making payments. I think they should. Like,
listen, if you're
Let's
we have a
start that
very
trend.
we have a
Let's
very
get that going.
intelligent listening group here, people that
We
listen to
do.
our
People correct
podcast.
us every
They
episode.
correct us, but they also share the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
Kanan, we're
We're here
looking at
for it.
you. Kanan, we're looking at you to go
Yeah.
ahead and send us an article of some sort explaining why they are still doing it and why, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Kanan's a
What
smart
happens if
dude,
they stop
man.
paying?
Yeah, what happens if they smart doing so?
Kanan and everybody else. A lot of
Anybody
people,
else,
everybody
understand.
commenting gives us
Yeah.
Like, what really can
brilliant
happen if they
insight.
stop paying them?
So let's figure it out. We'll tag France in this as well. You know what I'm saying? See what's
Fuck
the-
France.
France got a tag. They
Or we gonna tag Haiti
at France.
at Macron, whatever it is. Macron.
Macron.
I'm going there in a few months too, so we'll see what happens. They might,
Yo, after everything.
Hold on, you going where?
they might not let me in the country.
Go
Where
to
you going?
Paris.
You going to France?
I'm going to Paris. Yeah.
Wow. Hold on. How'd that happen?
He got booked for the
I'm-
next
I'm
fashion
doing-
show.
I'm doing a wedding in Rome,
Italy.
So I'm going to.
He's gonna stop over in Paris.
They're not gonna let me in Paris.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Are you with What's a Podcast?" You're not allowed.
Episode 98. You said you're never going to go to France.
193, yeah, for sure. No, I got London for 2 days, and then I go to Rome for like 4 days, and then on the way back, I was gonna go to the Amalfi Coast, but
Oh, damn.
it's like 3.5 hours from Rome.
Yeah,
And
Amalfi Coast is beautiful, man.
I only kind of have like a day and a half, so I didn't really. It's like kind of not worth. It's like a bus involved.
Yeah,
I don't know. It
that.
just wasn't. It wasn't.
Nah.
So I said, "All right, boom, I'm gonna go to Paris for like a day, for that day and a half, and then come back to DC." So it should be tight, man. So I'm
That's
looking
gonna be
forward
tight.
to it. Mm-hmm.
Are you DJing out there? You gonna try to line something up while you out there?
Yeah, I got a homie that lives in Rome, so we're trying to. We're
talking
trying to
about
line
Paris.
it around. Oh, in Paris, I don't know. Again, I'm not tripping too much off of it, but it's also summertime. And I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like Colette's been closed for a couple years. I don't really have
Yeah,
a whole lot of. I'm just like, all right, I'm over here. I might as well stop in Paris and say what up. You know what I mean? That's more so my steez. You know what I mean? Like, where's the Soho House? I need somewhere to stay that I'm familiar with. Like, I got Hilton points. You know what
they
I mean?
got a Soho House in Paris.
I don't think they do. But,
They should.
Erica and Autumn. Let's get a Soho House Paris going.
You know what? You know what the other new African American sort of travel destination is Mexico City.
Yo, I was there last year, man. Mexico City is dope.
But
I don't know if that's just African American. I think that's the new American
No, I saw the tweet I saw.
destination.
It's the digital nomad destination.
The
What's
tweet
that
that I
mean?
saw.
What's that?
It means that you work from home forever and you can go live somewhere else and get paid American money and not pay taxes.
So
That's not true either.
No. So people in Mexico City have addressed the fact that a lot of people with money are leaving the states, moving to Mexico City.
Yo, it's
And they are very much against it. They're like, don't come here.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely just reaping the benefits without
Yeah.
really giving
Yo,
back.
Mexico City is fucking dope, dog.
So
Like-
so over the weekend it was it was like maybe like 50 people that we know.
Juggy was out there.
Juggy was out there. My man Billy was out there. I think Jared was out there
Oh
for a
shit!
day
The
or
whole
two.
carpet crew was out there too.
This is what I'm saying. So like
Yo,
literally-
if y'all haven't been, definitely go. I think I told you that when after I got back, Rome, but Mexico City.
I know,
is
but then I think I was like,
popping.
I could just go to like South Phoenix or something like that.
Nah, but it's not. Mexico City is like 5 times the size of New York and like
Oh yeah,
10
no,
times
it's
overpopulated.
tremendous.
Like it's
yeah, no, for sure.
crazy out there.
I'm not. All I'm saying is like if South Phoenix is just a joke because it's all
Mexican. Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
Yeah,
but no, I saw a ton of people in Mexico City, and they were saying like that is the new black sort of like were you going somewhere? Go to
it's the new
Mexico City.
Tulum.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's popping out there, like popping.
It's popping. Like I saw Juggy and them stories and a bunch of other people out
Yeah,
there.
we was out there.
Y'all was living. Y'all was having, and they are putting the Soul House out there this year. Matter of fact, now.
Yeah.
In 2023. So,
once they put a Soho House, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, that means you gotta go before the Soho House.
Mm-hmm. So I think travel is important. I know for Bella, her mother and I are definitely getting her passport very, very, very soon, and I'm trying to go. Tell me when to go. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna make it make sense to go.
And Mexico City, another spot, very inexpensive, man.
Yeah, again,
very
and
inexpensive.
and she knows Spanish, so hold it down, boo. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of responsibility, but you got us. I trust.
She got you.
I trust you, boo. You know what I mean? Episode 193. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think that things are just obviously there's been a lot of things happening. California has suffered a lot recently. These shootings have just been crazy.
Here too, shit.
Passing away. Yeah, here too, but it's like the California thing. It just seems to be so. I think one of them was a group of people celebrating the lunar New Year.
Oh man, I saw that headline.
But he was like 72, I believe.
Oh, Asian dude, I think.
Yeah, killed like 10 people or something.
Wait, it was an Asian dude?
Yeah, I believe.
And he went and shot other Asian people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
Great, bro. Listen, everybody's sick in the head.
Why would you? I mean, you can't even understand why crazy people do things because you're not crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why is Jadakiss as hard as he gets? Pause.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I understand that. But yeah, I mean, like you can't understand it. Like you'll never know. Did he take his own life or no?
I am not sure, bro. Like,
Why?
listen, people, it's not a joking matter at all. But
Listen,
No,
Jadakiss top 5 dead or alive. All right.
It just was
top
it
10
just
dead or alive.
It
Not
just
top
was.
5.
It was a
He's
it was
top
a
5 for
perfect
me.
example of walking. You know what's crazy? Speaking of Jadakiss, though, I
What?
saw Ludacris on Instagram. I don't.
Oh, I
follow
saw
him
that.
because he's corny, but he's like on top of something in the sky.
Yeah.
And he's reciting
With a
his-
Ferris wheel in the background.
Yeah.
Why does he have a Ferris wheel in the
and
background?
he's reciting his verse from the Made You Look remix. And he's like, that was at least what, 15, 18 years ago?
I think he said he woke up in the morning and he had got tagged in so many posts because people were shitting on his verse from Made You Look remix.
It's terrible.
And so
I don't even remember his verse from Made You Look Remix.
actually it wasn't that bad. It was definitely the worst out of the 3.
He was so animated though. That's why he thought
That's what Luda is, though. He's animated.
That's why he thought he got off because he was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, bro. And then when he says it so plainly, like, bro, you didn't get off, bro.
Yeah.
Like you didn't do anything.
It was a good verse for Ludacris.
Okay.
I'll put it like that.
It was a good song to be on for Ludacris.
I mean, it's an honor sharing a song
Great
with
song.
those two legends, right?
Right.
Jada went off, and
I mean,
Nas,
as
of course,
always, yeah.
he's not gonna fucking back down. You know what I'm saying?
They left Luda out with that.
Yeah, but that being said, I did think this might have been the best verse I've heard from Luda. You know,
But
I think-
remember,
I think-
05, he was on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but that doesn't
he
mean
was
he
on
was
fire,
hot,
but he
though.
wasn't known to be a spitter. Like
05, he was all over the radio. I wouldn't
never
even say he was on
known-
fire. He
no,
was
he
on
was
the radio.
never-
he's
he
not
was
the
never
guy
known
to
to be
be.
a spitter. No, but
Yeah.
he had Neptune's beats from the jump. He was
Yeah,
rocking it
He's
over
got
there.
hits.
He was paying for all those.
He's got
But
hits, man.
what I'm saying is he had hits. He was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
giant on 05. Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna take that away from him. Luda had hits.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, he definitely had an era where he was
Yeah.
on top of his shit.
But for him for people to put him in the same spectrum as a Jadakiss or even
Nah.
or Nas, come on. Chris has to
just
know he
because
does not
you're
even
on the
belong
same
there.
song,
listen.
just because you're on the same song with people doesn't mean you should
Yeah,
be in the
he has
same.
to know that he does not belong there.
Listen, he was 3 times platinum in 2000. He was 4 times platinum in 2001. He
Yeah.
was 2 times platinum in 2000.
But that's radio, dog.
Just hear me out,
Oh, he's
bro.
got smashes.
He's 3 times platinum, 4 times platinum, 2 times platinum in 03, 2 times platinum in 04. And
No, I
then
mean
the-
we know he was a successful at what he
So
did.
what I'm saying is that he was a star.
Yeah, he's a star.
100%.
He was a star.
He was in movies and
But
shit.
he was never. It wasn't because he was a spitter. He just had very
Yes.
low brow.
Yeah, it's like Pitbull. How many times he gone platinum? But
Several.
we ain't fucking with him though. Like I never played. I never had one Ludacris album. I never listened to that shit ever.
I only listened to Ludacris when I heard him at Dream. If he's in
That's
the
it.
club, I dance.
If the DJ's playing it, yeah,
And that was it.
but I'm not listening to him.
I mean, Splash Waterfalls remix was crazy. You can't front on that
I
one.
can't
Yeah,
even
but
tell you
Jerome,
what that
also you're a DJ, so you're required
100%.
to listen to it and play it. But you're not listening to Luda in your house now.
No,
It's not like, yeah, exactly.
if Splash Waterfalls remix comes on, maybe that was the jam. But other than that,
Right.
like-
One song. Okay.
and the
Shout out to
Neptune's joint
Ludacris,
was
though,
fire
man.
though. The Neptune's joint was fire.
So what was he saying when he was on top of the
he
verse?
just recited the verse. I didn't watch the whole thing. Right? He just
he recited
the
his whole
again,
verse.
trying to explain to people like, "Yo, I was
Yo,
like,
my verse was hard.
my
Like,
verse was hard. I was one of the top."
No,
know what
you
I'm
want a
saying?
hot song. Doesn't mean you have a very hot
well,
verse.
he was like, my verse was hard because he had a little bit of gun talk in it, and he was spitting some shit. So he was like, nah, I belonged on that. He was essentially saying he belonged on that song, and his verse.
I mean, at that, he
However,
did
it
deserve
wasn't.
it.
yeah. Nah, I mean, listen, he had the third best verse on that song of 3 people.
Okay.
And but it was a respectable appearance.
Yeah.
I mean, Nas is kind of whatever on that song though.
Nas is
On the
He closed
remix,
it out hard.
He's kind of whatever.
he went hard.
I mean,
Jada
he went
Kiss is-
harder. He went harder than Luda, but Jadakiss
Yeah.
went hard.
Jadakiss just opened it. He stole the show when he opened
Yeah,
this. When he
Jada
opened,
bodied
If-
them on that song.
if Kiss, I mean, if Nas had his verse had come on first, I don't know if you would have gone. You would have gone past that.
Okay.
You're
like,
bugging.
The effect that because Kiss came out the gate that hard makes you feel like Nas's verse is not as good. But I think if it was the other way around, you would feel the same
I
way.
mean, if it's your song, you always got to come out hard.
Hold
no
on,
matter
bro, we
where you're at in the like.
This is actually episode 194, people. I'm sorry. We had a
all good.
small we just had to make a quick update. I just happened to see it as I was checking the comments from last week. Yeah, sorry about that. And actually, shout out to Authentic. He actually did leave a comment on last week's episode. Good to see y'all still grinding strong. Keep at it. So Authentic is our guy.
Shout out to Authentic.
Yeah, we might need to start this.
Shout out to
episode
Steve,
over.
man.
Well, last week another guy, Tuki, he's doing the 75 hard challenge. It's tough, man. Trust me. And then we had somebody else comment. Dub P said, mystery boxes are being re-examined because SneakerCon's code of conduct prohibits gambling. That's why it's controversial, because mystery boxes are indeed a gamble. But does it meet a legal definition? That being said, if parents are giving $300 to their teenage kids to get brick dunks, then that's on them, and I don't feel sorry for them.
There we go.
That's funny that we're talking, because I listened to the Complex Sneakers podcast, and they were like kind of siding with the kid on that. Did you listen to their podcast, Abdul?
I did.
And they completely went left from where me and you were at. And they were saying that like Complex Con or what was it, Sneaker Con was
yeah.
going to like do something about it and not allow mystery boxes anymore. And it was totally unfair. And I'm like, I wish I could have chimed in on their podcast today because I was like, I don't know, that's just whack. Like,
yeah, I mean, they had a different opinion.
they were like, well, how could
but they also said that they made it sound like the dude who's in charge of mystery boxes was kind of doing like false advertising. I don't think he was.
No, and they were saying like, how could you allow a 13-year-old kid to gamble? Isn't gambling illegal?
Fuck out of here.
Like,
No,
that's not gamble. Like, reselling shoes is a gamble. If I buy a pair of Jordan 1s for $800 because I think they're worth it, and the shit drops to $200, it's a fucking gamble. The whole reselling shoes business is a gamble. You just because something's hot today doesn't mean it's gonna be hot forever. Once they re-release it, your prices drop. So everything in resale, whether it's shoes, clothes, whatever, cars, resale is a gamble.
Nobody forced that kid to go with that. Nobody forced that kid who was there with his mom or dad to go spend $300.
And like you said last time, if he would have got a pair of fucking,
fam, buying trading cards is a gamble.
It's all anytime you're buying something with resale,
you're not gonna buy a trading card, and you're not gonna get a Michael Jordan rookie card every fucking time you crack that pack.
And even if you do get a Michael Jordan one, if shit drops, it's a gamble. There's tons of people out there that bought shit high, and now it's not worth what they bought it for.
Yeah, look at y'all. Y'all was selling us NFTs fucking 6 months
Y'all
ago.
bought Bitcoin.
I did. Jerome talked me into it.
People bought Rolexes. Bought Rolexes.
Jerome made me buy Bitcoin. You owe me some money.
No, it went back up. It just went back up. Relax.
Yeah.
Listen to it yesterday.
Watches, all that.
Everything.
But I mean, I just bought some Dunks yesterday, so I'm happy.
What did you get?
What did you buy?
The black and white with the gum sole.
Oh, the SBs.
Yeah.
Crushed?
Crush had first come, first serve at noon yesterday.
And you just happened to be by there.
I was at the shop.
Oh, nice.
Walk
right up. Be right back.
I swiftly sprinted.
Was that? Did you count that as one of your workouts for yesterday?
Nah.
It's like 2 blocks.
Did you take the long way back to the shop?
Yo, when I got there, there were two kids hopped out of the cab and ran into that.
What?
And then another kid is running from another direction.
Did they post?
You knew you had to beat them to the door. You see somebody running towards Crush, you're like, fam.
I said, oh man, come on, B.
Yeah.
Get there, and as I'm in line, I'm like fourth in line. 15 people show up. Crush ended up locking the door. They ended up locking the door because they had so many people that wanted.
I think they should do everything first come, first serve.
Why are so many people in this area? Like motherfuckers really hopping cabs now?
Oh yeah, they hopped in cabs. Yo, I mean, they had 2 colors yesterday. Now I'm kind of excited to get the white ones too.
White and black with gum sole also?
Yeah.
White with the black swoosh, gum sole, and then I got the black with the white.
The black one was the pair though.
Yeah, it was.
The white one is clean too though.
White one is clean. But dude, I was just like, oh, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And people I think it's a clean shoe. It's a super basic dunk, you know what I'm saying? And they had done they put out some dunks the day before that went crazy as well. You know what I mean? So
I gotta wear my Crush dunks. I forgot I had the Crush dunks.
Crush dunks, yo, I don't know if y'all know Pay. Pay is a DJ and he runs Legacy over there.
Yep, I definitely know him.
Pay had the Crush dunks on yesterday. I said, oh man, I slipped.
I got him. I haven't worn mine yet.
Joints are so clean, bro. Like he put the white thick laces in them too.
The regular white laces they come with, or like flat?
I don't know.
Flat laces.
No flats.
They come with white, brown, and like that orangey, pigeon color.
White. Yeah, he had white.
Yeah.
And then what else?
How much were they? 100?
100. Yeah. And Fat Tongue, love it.
See, that's what gets me out of the Fat Tongue. Gets me.
Fat Tongue, love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was a solid first pickup of the year for me. I don't really see too much else.
I take the guts out the SBs. I take the guts out the tongue.
You mean? Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like
you
just
cut.
You cut the straps?
No, I don't cut the straps. I just cut like under, like where the Nike tag is, to pull that foam out. I haven't done it.
That's a lot of work.
Huh?
That's a lot of work.
I mean, I haven't worn SBs in 20 years, dog. So That hasn't happened. That's why I used to like high top SBs because they didn't have a puffy tongue like that.
They're still a little bit
They're a
stuffed.
little bit stuffed, but they're not like the lows. The lows
Yeah.
are like a pillow. And then when Supreme put those ones out, the tongue was like OD.
Extra,
It looked like a
extra.
sponge.
Yeah, it looked like a pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw that Supreme might be coming back out with these bacons.
What do you mean the bacons? The the white, red, and yellow ones?
Yeah, the black, red,
The
and yellow
black,
ones.
red, and yellows, yeah.
Yeah,
The
Supreme is doing them.
The Allah ones.
Yeah, those.
But they never put the shoes out. They only put the logo on a t-shirt. They never put out bacon the shoe.
Yeah, they did.
Supreme
The Air Bacon. Oh no, not Supreme.
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying Supreme is redoing that shoe.
Supreme is doing their own version of a bacon.
Yes.
Okay.
Of
They
an Air
did, I remember
Bacon.
they did a t-shirt that said like how Nike had the air that said Allah.
Oh,
They did like
oh, you're saying Supreme did a T-shirt.
I believe so.
I never saw that.
I believe
I missed that.
I could be wrong. Somebody on the list, one of our listeners will probably fact check me, but I think they did. But they're putting bacons out. I like the original bacon ones. I like the red with the yellow laces, and I even like the blue ones with the gray laces are fire too.
The blue and black ones.
Yeah, that's a DC shoe. The red
That's
ones,
a big DC shoe.
Yeah, yeah.
The red, black with the yellow laces is just
Fire.
iconic though.
Yeah, fire.
My kid has those in the kid size actually.
Yeah, really dope.
So
boom, there they go.
Yeah,
I love them. That's a screensaver.
That's the screensaver. You're right. That's a big DC shoe. Yeah. Nike basketball in general was a big thing in Washington DC when it came to footwear. They really embraced and probably the rest of the country too. But
we're just from here, so we just see it.
Yeah, this is what we saw was a lot of Nike basketball sneakers, man. What happened? What happened to Nike basketball where none of they're just putting out bricks when it comes to footwear and people wearing it outside of performance?
I feel like it's gotten too technical and they trimming down too much where it just doesn't look the same anymore. They just doesn't have that same like integrity that they used to have anymore. They're like, I don't know. I don't see any good Nike basketball shoes out.
No, there's nothing nice that you would wear off the court.
There's one pair of KDs that I want.
Is it the new one, the 15 with the strap?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to send you a picture. I don't even know which one they are.
Okay.
They're really dope, and I don't think they've ever come out. I think they're like a PE for him, but they look really wearable off the court.
Yeah, man. It just sucks because if you think about Nike basketball back in the day, man, you could not wait till a fucking pair of Chris Webbers came out or Barclays were dropping. Like, are you kidding me? We rushed to fucking Foot Locker or Champs or any one of these spots to go grab a pair so we could wear them to school or to the club or wherever it was.
Yeah. Foam posits.
Pennies.
The total.
Even these pennies that they brought back just did not have the same impact that it did. Maybe it's generational too. Like the kid just don't have that sort of affinity to Nike basketball or you know what they say they do, but when they drop, this shit's
the thing is, they don't. The kids nowadays like the old shoes more, and they weren't even around and when any of those players were even on the court.
Yeah. But when they actually retro a shoe like that, other than the foam posits, whenever they would drop a foam posit until they started slutting them out.
Yeah.
When they dropped them, one colorway a year here, there, or one every 2 years, they would fucking fly off.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until they started doing a whole lot of colors that they started like sitting and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I definitely miss those days of you know what I'm saying? Signature shoes, Ken Griffey's.
Yeah. I just sent you a picture of the KDs that I like.
Let me see.
I don't know which ones they are, but if you could find them for me, I want them.
I don't even know what these are. These look hard.
They're 15s.
Yeah, they're 15s.
But they have like a Presto looking sole.
They do look like Prestos. These look really tough.
Right? That's the only pair of like Nike signature shoes I've seen in a while where like I really like them. I'm gonna put it in the chat, Jerome, see if you could track them down for me.
What shoe is it?
Soul Priorities. Right now. Come on, chasing. Let's get these.
The KD 15.
I just saw
But that specific colorway though.
That one, yeah, that one. They're
You
dope
just saw.
though.
You just saw
Oh
what?
no, that's the off-white version.
Oh, but
Oh,
not,
it is?
but it's not. I don't think it's an off-white version. I think
It's
Yeah,
not
it
an
was like
off-white
no,
collab,
it was
is
like
it?
some Virgil. It was like
Virgil made it for him.
no, he said it's like inspired by Virgil. Only like
Well,
two,
that's what I want. I want that.
but I think only like 2 pair were made.
okay. So
Oh,
we're not
damn
getting
it.
those.
Never mind.
Okay, well that's why I like them because you could. But that's the only hot pair, like actual like signature basketball shoes I've seen in a while. That's like of this era that I actually could wear off court. Some LeBrons, some Kobe's, but not really.
Yeah, I remember somebody made I saw it on Twitter a few weeks ago, and they were saying before he got hurt, they were saying it was like inspired by Virgil or something like the tongue is unfinished. Like there's some hints at Virgil's work in the shoe. But what I just saw now, which I actually think is pretty dope, and it's something that I think DC kind of needs in the worst way, and like it's awesome because Virginia Beach has it with Thank You Gallery, and this guy named his Instagram name is Fuck Pedro. And he actually was one of Virgil's guys as well. He's a DJ, and he opened up like his own cafe, his own store today called Community Goods in Los Angeles. Your boy Rocky was in there, probably selling some of his matcha, and I think it's dope to see people branch out into like other things, like other like we have sneaker stores, we have nightclubs, things of that nature. But to see people- restaurants, right? But to see people break into like these places where the community can actually gather and like you can utilize the space like a multi-purpose type of space. I think DC is ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like a place where we
Yeah.
can all go hang out. You know, maybe you have to buy some $4 seltzer water or something like that. But
Let's
like,
go.
But your homie owns it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, I got the spot for us because I went there for the first time. Bronze.
Yeah, but you can't get in there.
yeah.
What do
they
you
have no
mean you
what's-
can't get in there?
Didn't you
all
say they're like
reservations are
they're
sold
like
out.
they're like booked for like the next 3 fucking
They are,
months?
but we went in there and
Yeah, but
just when it
Jerome's
sat at the
talking about
bar.
like Jerome's talking about like a casual place where you can
I'm
go
talking about
sit
like a
down,
dinner- I'm ju- like
have
dinner.
coffee.
Yeah, like a corner store almost. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, Bronze is that once the hype dies
You're
down.
talking about
the
like a
hype ain't
gathering
dying
place
down.
where like
Yeah,
almost
no,
like
I mean, I did go there and we just sat at the bar. You know, the tables were booked. We just decided to go real last minute. We got a spot at the bar, ordered our food, and the menu was the same, delicious.
yeah.
Bodied that shit. It was. I mean, I'm talking about it and I'm thinking, and I'm hungry.
But is it casual though?
Yeah, it's casual. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean casual? Like,
I mean, like Jerome means like
nobody's
you could go
not
there
stuck.
like casually, like you
The
know,
music was good. Like they had
2
whole playing.
o'clock in the afternoon.
I hear you.
Chop it up.
This is a little
You
bit
don't
different.
you don't
Yeah.
know who you're gonna run into. Maybe
Yeah,
Jerome got his laptop out. Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah.
Like just somewhere like a gathering place, like somewhere like
So right next to the shop, well, not
can
right
bring
next to
your
the shop, like
kids.
3 doors down from the shop, we just got a new coffee shop called Blank Street Coffee.
Okay.
But it's blank people working there, so it's kind of less. It's not flavorful. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Whereas like I just sent the place in our group chat.
community goods.
Community goods.
Pleasant Pops
yeah.
used to be kind of a little bit of a vibe in
a
there.
little bit, yeah. Especially when the
What
kids were
was?
young. Pleasant Pops.
Yeah.
Pleasant Pops next to the old shop.
Especially when the kids were young, Pleasant Pops was a vibe for sure.
But would you have gone there if it wasn't 4 doors up from the shop?
probably
You
not.
still have known?
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, if I had like a, remember once they cut off the Wi-Fi for it to be free to everybody, then they started going downhill.
No, that was just on the weekends.
Yeah, but before that, at some point they cut the Wi-Fi off. They stopped letting people come in there and work from there.
Oh, I never.
But
saw
that was a vibe when people would you could just go in there and I would see, somebody in there just I hadn't seen in a while, and they would just happen to be working from there. And I was getting a cup of coffee or a chai latte or some
I feel like some of those places where it's like free internet, then like you have people that like post up all day and get like a $2 cup of coffee and like take up the whole fucking table for 8 hours. That shit's whack. Like,
yeah, but I think that's part of it though. Like
I like
think
the coffee shops that don't have free Wi-Fi.
I think that's part of the allure of having a coffee shop is you gotta take into consideration those type of people who are gonna come in there and be there all day, and you're only gonna get $3 from
That's
them.
what, yeah, but that's why you don't have free Wi-Fi.
I
Like,
think
I
you should
noticed-
have free Wi-Fi. I think it's an attraction because for every one of those type of people, there's going to be 3 or 4 other people also working and ordering shit and doing stuff.
I think it's an attraction for the people that want to go there and post up, but it's not an attraction for somebody like me. I just want to get a sandwich, just have somewhere to fucking sit down. And if you're like have your whole fucking office spread out over the whole fucking table and your coffee cup's empty and you've been there for 8 hours, that's just
yeah. Yeah, maybe there's some other way to enforce it. You know what I'm saying? Without
yeah,
because I do like the idea of you walking into a place and you seeing bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like that counts for something.
I don't like walking in to see a place and everybody has their face in their computer and their fucking headset on and they're like plugging away. That's not social. That's like to me that's whack.
I think what you need to do with the new age coffee shop is you need programming there. Like you would need like to have some, but this is the kind of place that I'm talking about.
That's what all these Soho houses and all these places,
Soho houses
and all this shit. This is what they're striving to build.
Workhouse is in the name. Go there and work. We work house. Soho, like they want you to come there and work. The neighborhood coffee shop. If you show up with your 2 daughters and every table is full with every fucking colonizer that makes it his office every single day, and they're getting refills on their fucking water, then you can't come and chill with your kid. And then like they get annoyed when you sit next to them, like you gotta like they're at a fucking library where you gotta keep it quiet because they're on a work call. Like the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, you just need programming at the coffee shop. That's gonna be the new age coffee shop.
I just think they should like spike the internet. Like if you're logged on for like more than like 30 minutes,
cut your shit off.
Cut your shit off.
Or just physically turn it off after an hour. Like here's the work Wi-Fi, but we're just letting you know that we turn it off every hour.
That's what it is. When you get in there and you ask for the password, you're only allowed an hour's worth of Wi-Fi.
That's dope. I respect that because.
But what if I come in there with my own hotspot?
Then then you're not playing by the rules.
No, then you need to leave.
Yeah, like or go sit outside in a park, yo. Like if you want, like get your coffee to fucking.
What if it's wintertime?
Then like wear a coat. You know what I'm saying? Get hot coffee and not iced coffee.
But no, I truly think that is the next step. Like we've, people of our ilk have sort of conquered the restaurants, the nightclubs.
Because that's not social, yo. When you go with someone, everybody's on their fucking computer and their own fucking world. Like that's not social, man. That's like, to me, I don't know.
I'm trying. Somebody had a really good Instagram story of this spot today. It was like the whole
yo, I went not to go off track, but I went to there's a coffee shop right here by the crib. It's called Big Bear, and it's they don't have Wi-Fi. I seen a dude in there with a typewriter, yo.
No, you
like that was like the king hipster. Like my man was there like like straight up like typing, and I was like, it don't get no fucking more colonizer than that.
Why
like,
didn't
my
you
man
take
was
a
like,
picture of that?
I might have.
Yo,
I might have. But he was literally in there with like the typewriter where like you gotta push that shit over. It's like not even a word processor, like a for real typewriter. Like my man was like,
oh my god,
extra eclectic white dude. Like,
oh my god, those are the fucking
straight
worst.
Typewriter.
Abdul, check your
and like who wants to hear that?
Yeah.
Check your Instagram story. Check your IG. Yeah. Because see, this is what I'm saying. Community vibes indeed. This spot is something special.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like they should have like a designated, like a shared group table that has like, Ethernet cables in there. Like you want to work, sit at that table, plug your computer up, and we don't have Wi-Fi. You can plug up there.
I think the thing about it though, it just depends on who's running the spot. Because if somebody of our ilk, and I keep saying that, is going to run the spot, you're going to attract people like that. And then if your programming says, hey man, we're not here to just have your laptop out.
Yeah, this is in your office, homie.
Yeah, right. We're actually here to unite people and have some good conversations.
Yeah, be social and like,
Then you're going to be able to attract the right group of people that you want to see in there.
Let's do it.
If you're coming for if people feel like they're coming for the right reasons, if they're truly involved, they don't mind spending, $3 on a water or $4 on an orange juice. Like
people don't mind spending any amount of money on something if they know that they're spending it with the right people.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, it's similar to like a Thank You Gallery. Thank You Gallery down there has a real good following. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the kids are buying the art so much.
Yeah.
But I know they're definitely buying the T-shirts and buying the.
Somebody's buying the art.
Somebody's buying the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had some dance hall inspired art in there recently that I was trying to copy.
Nurse signs.
And It's just a little bit out of my price range.
It was fire.
It was fire.
It was fire.
Yeah,
Like,
it was hand painted out of Jamaica
when I
too.
went down there to do the holiday party, we missed the opening party by one day, and man,
I should have gotten a sweatshirt or something like that. I might still do that. I think it's still available, right?
probably more than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got the merch though, the t-shirt, and then
Oh yeah,
the
large
t-shirt for Bella. Yeah,
size large.
yeah.
Let me get that.
Yeah,
Look,
let me hold that.
Look
I
at
got
it.
goals. It's hanging up.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
Jerome got the ill large
Collection.
yo. I'm talking about dating back to like
Oh yeah, it goes back to
early
2002.
2000s, still unworn.
Yeah,
I got all your
talk
favorite
about it.
shirts.
I'm striving to get there.
Listen, man,
Hey,
it's tough.
he still got
Yeah.
that Raffle one piece bike suit he got to
It's
get up
tough.
in.
It's tough,
Ooh.
bro. Like it's tough. To, like a day like today, the weather. I
Yeah,
had to get up stupid early to go for my outside workout because with 75 hard, you got to work out one workout. It was brick. It was windy, dumb early. I'm just walking around Mount Pleasant looking stupid, right? Because there's no school today, so no other parents. I'm just out there.
no school today.
There was no school today. Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. DC seems to be having these days where there's no school.
Oh shit,
And then
that's some bullshit.
and then I come back inside, I work out. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually the two things that I'm striving for in the month of February is to get up at 5 a.m. every day.
Get up at 5
To
a.m.
get up at 5 a.m. every day that I'm not DJing.
That's dumb
and
early, yo.
To be able to last in the cold shower for 3 minutes.
Oh, that's another thing. In El Salvador, no hot water, dog.
Even at hotels.
We didn't stay at hotels.
Oh,
But there's only one knob. There's not even like there's no hot water.
Yo,
There's like you turn the water on, that's it. Like that's it. Like like talk about like maximizing your time. Like that's all business in the shower over there. You are not like we got it good over
in
here.
and out. Yeah,
Like you jumping in, jumping out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All respect to El Salvador.
No doubt.
Shout out to El
one knob out that
Salvador,
motherfucker,
yo.
yo. Like
You don't even have the option.
nah, it's like
I'm about 30. I'm about 30 seconds right now.
like you washing like only the important parts. Like you in it like whoo, 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 like the whole time. You know? I mean, I'm sure like at the hotels they probably do, but that shit probably runs out too. But where I was at, no sir.
That was my whole childhood.
Yeah, no sir.
Listen, man, all due respect, but again, yeah, that's the second goal is to be able to increase my time in the cold shower.
It's nice though. You get used to it. It's
probably,
nice.
Probably about like 1 minute per month.
It's the first 10 seconds that suck.
It
You
changes
just power through it, and then
But you ready for the day after that. You get out the cold
yeah.
shower, you ready for the day.
But
There's no like I might get back in bed and lay down for a little bit more.
Yeah,
No. You ready.
You're going.
Yeah.
All right.
I kind of want to do that too. I want to do the ice bath. Like,
do
especially
too.
after running, it just seems like so much work putting together an ice bath. Like, who the fuck wants to waste all that money in my tub with water? Just fill that shit up with like gallons and gallons and gallons of water. It just seems like such a waste.
Nah, I think, but these people do it, man, and like, I mean, at the level that you're committed at, like, they do it. Like they have,
but not every day. You don't need to do the ice bath every day.
I mean, if you're a professional athlete, you should.
Some people I see do it every day. Yeah, and that are just not even professional athletes. Like people who are just as committed as Abdul is, they just do it every day.
Yeah,
Like,
it's probably as economical as like running the hot water for 30 minutes in the shower. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more so the effort of getting the ice bag.
It's a lot. You got to go buy the ice. You got to fill up your tub. You got to do a million other things, and then all for like 30 seconds if I can barely make it.
Oh,
no, you'll
do
be more 30 seconds. You gotta.
Yeah.
I think the NBA dudes are the ones that do it best though, because they go back and forth between hot and cold.
They're not paying for that shit.
No, but what I'm just saying is they do like X amount of time in the cold, then they go to the sauna or the steam room.
Yeah, that's the way your body recovers.
Yeah,
the best is between hot and cold.
So you gotta get a sauna built onto your crib or something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
A steam shower at least.
Something.
I
You
don't
got
like
you got
that
a
shit.
steam shower coming in the crib?
No. What's
not-
the steam? I don't even know what that is.
It's like your shower like seals off and it turns into like a steam shower. Like,
No, I don't want that.
okay,
I don't think I like that.
I think you would.
I think you should YouTube it first to see. You might.
Yeah,
like
Okay.
I think you should because it's probably not too late to put that in the plans. You know,
I'm getting a
I think-
urinal.
it's that thing. I mean,
I think listen.
Abdul's getting a urinal
I'm
in the
getting a
master
urinal.
bath. Yeah.
I'm getting in my
and you're
primary bathroom.
gonna be cleaning that urinal.
It's gonna be the automatic shit. It's
Nah,
self
you
cleans.
still gotta wipe that shit down, dog.
What do you mean?
pissing in
It comes with a sensor. When I walk away, it
Oh.
flushes itself.
Yeah, the toilet flushes itself too, but you still gotta scrub the inside of that motherfucker every once in a while.
The cleaning lady comes
Okay,
through
well,
every
that's different.
every week.
Every week. Okay.
I need a cleaning lady too. If y'all got suggestions, let me know.
Rob,
I
your
do.
crib
I have
is
a
too
great-
small
I
for a
have-
cleaning lady, bro.
Nah, I mean,
No,
we're-
yo,
we-
she'll come in there and work wonders
I'm,
though.
trying, I'm
Let me
getting
put
rid
you
of
on.
mad. I'm getting rid of mad stuff, so I need to have this place.
Yeah, no, my clean
Tips out.
lady is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm getting a urinal. We already agreed on that. It was a tough fight.
in the plans.
Yeah, it's in the plans. So
Do you have your own urinal room, like how they have at the water closet where like the
It's-
toilet's in there?
it's in the main bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of fucking waking up, having to take a piss and coming up and having to lift up a seat and put it back down and all that shit.
Oh, I'll be sitting down in the middle of the night pisses. I don't even care. No
I don't
lights,
got time for that.
no lights on in the dark.
That's-
Sit down.
that's
No more.
crazy.
4 a.m.
That's crazy. You're
Say what?
sitting down, bro?
No, 4 a.m. I'm sitting down.
Really?
Yo,
Yeah.
I've never sat down.
I'm getting up out of bed in the middle of the night to piss, and I'm not.
Yo,
I'm not.
y'all
not-
are crazy.
I'm not turning the lights on. I'm sitting down in the toilet, and I'm doing my thing, and that's it.
Because if you turn the lights on, you're gonna like
Yeah,
wake
it's just-
up.
You gotta wait.
You're gonna knock
Yeah,
shit
no.
over. You're gonna wake
No,
up.
I piss. I piss.
I don't want to
standing up,
touch the
but-
toilet seat.
Yeah, but then
I
it's
just-
45 minutes trying to go back to sleep. Where
Yeah.
instead, if I just sit down, my whole body can just
That's
discharge.
yeah.
Nah,
I don't
that's
sit.
never
I don't
crossed
sit
my
down.
mind.
I don't sit down to pee at any other time,
Yeah,
except for if I'm just getting out of bed and I'm getting back in bed. If I'm up in the morning, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., I'm up. I'm standing up.
Yo,
But
we
if
gotta get a poll going.
no,
on
everybody-
our IG story.
everybody pees sitting down. If you're taking a shit, you're gonna pee sitting down. So what's the difference if you're just gonna pee?
because I'm taking a shit.
I'm just saying. So try it out. When you wake up tonight, 3 a.m, walk in there. Don't turn the lights on. Sit down.
I'm just.
Yeah. Don't knock it till you tried it.
Nah, I'm probably not gonna do it, but I'll
I'm just
just
saying.
listen. I respect it. Cool.
At episode
Yeah.
194, actually, at this point, we're gonna say, "What is Abdul watching?" Or do we talk about sneakers in depth?
This news just dropped like while we were recording about Nike suing Bape.
I think they're reaching a little bit. I think they're like 30 years too late.
Yeah, weren't they supposed to have weren't they the first ones to bite the Air Force One? This should have happened 25 years ago.
Were they the first ones to bite the Air Force One? Were they before like the Allen Iverson fake Air Force Ones?
Oh yeah. I mean
That was before that?
Yeah.
It might have been around the same time.
yeah, that was
I
in the
don't know.
90s. It might have been before. The Allen Iverson one might have been first.
Yeah. Which that
I'm
got,
trying to see here.
yeah, I don't know.
Nike sues Bape, says company copied its sneaker designs. I mean, yeah, but
I mean,
what
that's
makes
kind
them
of
think they're
the
gonna win
point.
this?
That was
Yeah.
kind of the point.
I mean, out of all all the people, you know what? If I was Bape, I would fight this because if John Geiger was able to get away with this, Bape is definitely going to be
100%. They got a bigger bag than him.
definitely.
And they probably will use his case as leverage.
And if you look at some of their Bapesters, some of these Bapesters they look more not like Air Force Ones.
They look like a Dunk Air Force One hybrid, most of them.
Well, I think the issue here is it's not just the Air Force One. You and I keep on talking about just the Air Force One, but it's more than that. These motherfuckers actually even have a Quartster, which is a Jordan 1.
I never even seen that
Never
before.
seen that.
I kind of
They
want
got-
them.
They got a Skatester, which is a Dunk Low.
Yep.
They got a Bapester mid, which is an Air Force One mid. They got a Quartster, which is a Jordan 1 low. They got a
Quartz the high.
And they got a Quartster high, which is a Jordan 1 high.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yo, they were going
Yo,
crazy.
Chasen, if you can find me the Quartz the highs, I need a pair.
The Quartster highs look crazy.
I fuck with them.
What do y'all think is gonna happen?
I like them better than the Bapesters.
No, I like the Bapesters.
Bapesters are so cheap, man. They fall
No,
apart.
not anymore. The new, the
I just
You're
got so
right.
turned off from every pair that I ever
Yes.
had back in the
Yeah,
day
yeah,
that I
yeah.
would never buy another pair.
Bapesters,
I've had fake shoes are better than those.
Bapesters, Roadster. You know what? Bape sneakers, period,
general, Bape
in
shoes.
the early days were the most expensive, shittiest quality sneakers
Yeah.
ever
I'm talking
in
about
the
you
history
can only
of
wear
fucking
them
sneakers.
once.
Not even. You got to take
Right.
3 steps in them, and you
Yeah.
got a crater right in the toe box.
Yeah.
And don't let them be patent
Oh,
leather.
patent leather is chipping.
Oh my god, that
chipping.
patent leather was gonna be
Yeah,
gone.
it looks like shattered
like-
glass.
In 17 minutes. That shit
Yeah,
was gone.
yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. Worst quality,
and they don't hold
sneakers
up. If you have a
ever.
pair from back then, they
Yeah.
probably like disintegrated.
Yeah, no, they are terrible.
I don't have
I've
any.
never
new
seen
ones.
creasing like that in any other shoe, including Payless, including all these other bootlegs. I don't
Yeah.
even know what the fuck they were doing.
They weren't.
How did they make them so badly?
I mean, yeah, it's
Migo.
not what you think of when you think of like Japanese engineering and like Japanese.
Not at all. Yeah,
yeah,
that's never
quality.
happened in any other Japanese product.
Yeah,
This was the only shit that it
yeah.
was
No,
happening.
no quality control on those at all.
But that being said, the new ones are made of premium materials. I have a Bapester that I wear, the white with the the pink camel pair. And
Didn't you get like all the colors of the ones that came out?
I got all of them.
Well, if you
And
want to sell any, I'll buy a pair just because I need to see how they are.
I'm not selling them, but they're not going. They're probably going for cheaper than retail on StockX or something.
Let's see.
So
How do they run? True to size?
I'm good with a 9. Yeah. Yeah. And I've worn that one pair maybe 6-7 times, and
And they're not fried.
they're not fried at all. They go probably even a little bit better than white on whites.
Well, white on whites aren't even fucking leather anymore. Those are cooked like.
Well, these are more like the premium white on whites.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like real leather, premium materials. Jound just did a white with
Those are fire gray.
navy, the gray as well as the navy blue. The navy blue star is super tight, clean colorway, man. I got the gray ones. I don't have the navy blue.
Oh, you have the gray Jound ones?
Yeah,
Those are dope.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this lawsuit. Rome, what do you think?
I mean, I just saw a graphic right now. I was actually combing Twitter for a graphic, and of course they have one. I'll send it to you guys right now.
Is it probably the same one on Instagram where it shows all the different models and how they bid them?
It's like a white graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if they have the patent, I mean, what can they truly do? Stop importing them? Like sue them?
I mean, but like when you really do like apples for apples, the John Geiger ones really look more like an Air Force One than the Bapesters do. I mean, they really do.
100%.
So if he was able to get out of it, then they should. I mean, they definitely have a lot more tweaks to the shoe.
Yeah.
Like,
If
they
you
have a
look
better
at,
argument.
I own that Bapester, that collab that they did with Stash more recently. It's the all blue pair, and that shit does not look like an Air Force One at all. I'm looking at this post that the Shoe Game put up of Brendan Duns from Complex. He put out a tweet saying Nike says it met with Bape in 2009 to address Bape's pirating of Nike's iconic Air Force One. Now that Bape is back and putting out more sneakers, Nike suing them over trademark infringement. I mean, I do remember this story about the early days, how Bape was able to get around this thing was they just never sold any of these Bapesters in the US because of Nike's trademark of the Air Force One was good only in the United States. So they were able to sell these Bapesters in Japan only stores, but it looks like 2009 moving forward when they started selling them at Bape locations in the US, Nike decided to start having this conversation about going after them, and it looks like it's happening now. And I don't know how true that story is about the a night Bape only selling Bapesters and Roadsters in Japan locations because of Nike's
I mean, I didn't
trademark.
know there was nowhere here you could buy them.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Not until like 13 years ago or something like that. So that timeline sounds about right with 2009, because I feel like it was around that time you could go to the Bape store in New York in 2009, 2010, and you could start
get 'em.
buying sneakers up there.
I don't like the round ones with the round laces. I don't like Air Force ones with round laces.
They have other laces that come with
You
them.
put flat regular ones in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at them
Yeah.
now. They got the white and black ones are fire.
They're white. They're actually white and navy blue.
That's not black.
I think it's navy blue. It's fire.
These look black to me, but there
At
could be
this
more than
point-
one pair.
We're gonna say, what is Abdul watching?
Oh man, I'm kind of I watched this documentary called Breaking Point on Netflix, and it's the tennis documentary on where it followed a whole bunch of up and coming new generation of professional tennis players. And it was only like 4 or 5 episodes, but it had that kid Nick Kyrgios from New Zealand. I think that's his name. Francis Tiafoe, a lady from Tunisia, the first African female tennis player who won a major tournament. And so it followed all these kids from throughout the whole season and different tournaments that were happening last year, or maybe it was 2021. Either way, very, very interesting. Made me a big fan of tennis, and this. I think this was the first half of the season. The second half is going to continue later this year. So go check that out. Breaking Point. It's on Netflix. And then I decided to start watching this Formula One documentary also on Netflix. Man, I'm kind of hooked.
Formula One's crazy, man.
I'm kind of fucking hooked. I watched the whole first season in about 2 days. I'm on season 2 now, and season 2 is even better because now they got a little bit more of an audience, and they got Lewis Hamilton is part of it now, and the Ferrari team is part of it. The first season was a little bit limited, where I guess they didn't have access to the Mercedes and the Ferrari teams, and now all of these teams are part of it. So it's 4 seasons in already. So if you want to binge watch something, go check that out. That's about it, man.
Yeah, I mean, musically, again, man. Oh, I had to send my computer to Apple, so I'm out of it right now. It's gonna take. Today's Wednesday. It'll be ready on Monday.
So how are you DJing?
I'm borrowing the homies' laptop, so I'm gonna load up. I already have my hard drive, so
I was gonna say you could borrow my laptop if you want. I only use it for the podcast.
yeah, no, it's all good. I appreciate it. Got it squared away.
Yeah.
So we'll be good over the weekend. 3 solid gigs this weekend. Darling Nikki Thursday, Abigail Friday, and then Eaton Hotel with my man New York Giant on Saturday. So
Okay.
it should be
Tomorrow's gonna be a big night for y'all, right?
It'll be good. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Weather should clear up.
Weather's gonna clear, which I'm glad we're not doing it tonight. Excuse me. And I mean, I just think overall there's probably some music I'm missing. I'm sure there is, but from a DJ perspective, it's not really too much hip hop out right now. Like it's all just dance stuff. Hip hop is just in a really weird place.
It's kind of idle.
Yeah, I mean, I did see Corday and Anderson Paak came out with a new song.
That's just kind of fire.
Ice Spice, people are kind of feeling her again because she put out an EP full of joints that people are rocking with. But yeah, other than that, Trippie Redd has a new album out, and Rocky has a new song, Same Problems. It's cool. But for the most part,
Ice Spice and Trippie Red like the same person to me.
I mean, hey, get it how you live, bro. Get it how you live. So there isn't too much crazy going on. Future was here on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, Future was here Sunday, and the streets were active.
You like Future?
Yeah, I like Future's my gym music. Like DS2 is the perfect album to listen to in the gym.
Did you go to the show?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around those people. No.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I saw the footage from Saks is where the official after party was, and I think
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there. And I think Babyface Ray out of Detroit was at Abigail, and then but that Saks thing was crazy. Like I saw the footage, like it was like it was a who's who of DC.
That's where I don't want to be.
Yeah, I don't want to be there. But yeah, I mean, January is always a little slow with the new tunes, but I'm sure we'll get some, to end the month strong, and then as we move into February, we'll get something popping. So, shout out to my man, always available, #Shura Eddie.
Peace, fellas.
My guy, Don't Charge Abdul.
See y'all next week. We're back, man. Thank you to everybody for these new numbers that we're getting, man. The podcast is moving. Thank you for all your downloads. Thank you to, the YouTube viewership and, everybody that's downloading our podcast on all these podcast platforms. Remember to subscribe, comment, rate, all that good shit. Tell a friend, post that shit, all that. We appreciate it for real.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out one time for Silent Tom. Again, man, our YouTube comments are incredible, so make sure you tap in over there. And our Instagram comments have actually been really good. We've been putting up some reels of some of our more interesting topics that we talk about each week on the show. I don't know if anything's going to fit this week.
Oh, no, we're going to talk about y'all peeing sitting down, and we're going to take a poll. We're not forgetting that.
Again, you have to.
No, that's the late night pee. That's not like right now. I'm not gonna go take a piss right now.
Listen, I don't know.
That's when you're fresh out of REM sleep, but trying to stay.
That's when you don't want to turn the lights on. Exactly. And you don't want to piss everywhere, all over the fucking
Listen, man, I'm Jerome Baker III, and we're out. Peace.
Yo, those vape